All right, so a couple of weeks ago, I did a swatch of a gel pen set, Creative Inspirations, that I got on sale from Jerry's Artorama, and it's still on sale there for $14.99, 120 pens. And I decided, well, this will probably be it, but let's see how it goes. If I like them, and I do love using the gel pens with my coloring and my color pencil artwork. And one of the pens didn't work, a dark green one, for some reason. I tried everything. I could not get it to, I couldn't fix it. It was busted. So I had to throw that one out. So I decided, you know what? Let's just take a look and see what's out there. So I thought, I want to get a dark red and a dark green to replace that. And so I did a little searching online and on YouTube. And I found this set on sale on Amazon for $26. And this is 360 pack. It's actually 180 pens, but with refills. So it's equivalent to 360 pens. But yeah, so I thought it was a really good deal, $26. And lots of reviews on YouTube. This has been around a long, long time. This is nothing new. I'm sure if you search, it's the largest set you can find right now. And since I do enjoy using them, I'm using them a lot. I said, let me just get it. It's Christmas time, got a little Christmas present for myself. So this is my Christmas gift to myself this year. And I'm going to swatch them. So I'm just opening it for the first time. They just arrived. So I'm going to do some swatching so you can see firsthand, fresh out of the box. And yeah, they seem very popular. I looked on YouTube first to check and see what other people thought, and yeah, everybody loves these pens. They work really well. And yeah, so let's go. So I'm going to, now I made this swatch sheet, which you can download for free from my website. I put a link in the community tab to it, so you can check my community page. I put a link to this. So this has 303 colors. And this is going to be 180 pens in addition to the 120. So that will be exactly 300. So they should all exactly fit on this sheet and in my my pencil holder. So I'll have just enough. I should have just enough here. So I'm going to number them too while I go, because of course none of them have names, but that's fine. Numbers work fine. I don't need a name with these. So this, I'm starting with 121 because I'm adding this to my 120 set. So I'm going to be numbering them and swatching them. I make sure not to put my finger on the ink I just put down. All right, let me see something. Just want to get something to be like a cushion under it here. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see the swatches. So you can see what colors you get. So here's the first one. It's like a light, it's like a pink color. Right away, it's the first time I'm using it. I'm opening it for the first time and the ink comes right out. Flows very well. Juicy, as they'd say, although I don't like you saying that because that kind of sounds, I don't know, like a bubble gum or something. Remember juicy fruit? I'm old. So anyways, that's the first color. It's like a sparkly. This has all sparkly neon, all the usual and regular. So this looks like a sparkly pink, kind of a salmon pink. Okay, so the next one will be 122. Plenty of room to write on these with my Sharpie, which is good. The caps are very firmly on there, like they're difficult to pull off, which is great. So you know you don't have to worry about. Look at that, it comes right out. This looks like a brownish goldish color here, like a dark gold. So you can see that well enough. Look how easy this flows out. Oh, this is great. And I'm so glad they come with refills. So because depending on what you're coloring, you could end up using a lot of this on a coloring page if you're I like to use these to darken my color pencil. Because I like to use the Crayola color pencils, and these give a nice contrast, a nice dark, vibrant addition to it. All right, next is 123. All right, this looks like a lighter gold color. Sparkly again. Kind of like a raw sienna type color. Okay. It's hard to get the cap off and on. So you can hear that snap. That is a very strong, they're very well made pens. I'll tell you what, you do not have to worry about the caps falling off these. No way. So 124. Hope you can see that right there. Okay. So I made this swatch sheet just for gel pens. I made them a smaller square. Some people like using circles. But I wanted to get all of my gel pens on one side of a sheet to see all the colors together. Makes it much easier to decide what to use and what to use together. Look at that, it's like a rose kind of color there. Sparkling kind of rose. A little darker than the first pink. Those two would go together for sure. And another light pink. This is 120. I'm going to number this 125. This is very light. A light flesh tone, or you might call it a light pink, much lighter than the earlier one. Look how easily that flows out. Wonderful. I can see why these pens have been selling for so long. I mean, I think the oldest YouTube video I saw was 6 years ago. Someone swatched these pens out. So that's almost a decade. I mean, it probably is older than that. It's probably older videos. So these have been around a long, long time, and people keep buying them. And they got like 14,000 reviews. I also look at the reviews, of course, and the number of reviews, before I buy something. And these pens had 14,000 reviews, over 14,000 reviews. So of happy, and there's a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So excellent rating. Tons of reviews, tens of thousands of reviews. Everybody loves these pens. So if you're thinking of getting a gel pen set or buying one for someone for the holidays or birthdays, I highly recommend this set. This is even a lighter pink. It's more of a kind of a dusty kind of pink. It's a little bit grayish. Very pretty. This could be used for jewelry. Kind of a silverish. I hope the lighting is showing it correctly. I think so. Okay. This is numbering this 127. And it really helps to have the swatch sheets with my first sets. I used it all the time to find them, and again, it's so helpful to have them This is a nice hot pink fuchsia color. So a lot of pinks here. I like how there's a selection of various pinks. It's not just like a dusty pink and a kind of a Barbie pink before that. And this is more of a fuchsia, flamingo kind of pink, I guess. So I think of a prom dress or something. Very pretty. And another pink. If you like pink, you will like these pens. You got definitely a large selection, a wide selection of pinks. This one will be 128. Let me just check and make sure my live is working correctly. I'm gonna check on YouTube here. Okay, so this is the next pink. It's gonna be a little darker, I think. Yeah. A little more purpley. Violet bluish, more violet bluish than the first one. Yeah, you can see that's a bit similar to the one next to it, but just a little darker, the next shaded. So this will be perfect for shading the fuchsia one to the left. So that's nice too, that they give you shade and then the what you can use for the shadow of it or the shading of it. That's nice. So yeah, so I don't know when they started selling this set, but it's been a hit. It's been selling strongly for a long time, this set of gel pens. So I wouldn't doubt most everyone who uses gel pens has this set. I'm still new to gel pens, so I'm finding all this out now. So here is, I'm gonna number this. I mean, I'm not new to gel pens for writing, just for art. I do have other gel pens I'd write with. Oops, pull that out. These caps are very firm, very well made. I can see why these so many YouTubers have this set of gel pens. That's such a pretty orangey kind of yellow, like a sunshine yellow or an egg yolk yellow. It's a little bit touch of orange to it, not too lemony there, more a touch of orange. Okay, and next. Okay, now I have another yellow here. It looks like a little bit more lemony yellow, I assume. I'll see. Gonna number it first. This is gonna be 130. Yeah, so this is more lemony, less orange than the first one. Again, they perfect complement for each other. So if I'm going to be coloring something yellow, these two colors go well, for a sunshine or a flower. The lighter and darker. And another, I got like 3 more yellows. So you've got plenty of yellows. So we finished the pinks off. Now we're in yellows. This will be 131. Okay, so this one's a bit more golden or brownish than the last one. More metallic looking, I guess. Be a good shadow for the one on the left. Okay, and another yellow color. This will be 132. So now we're going a little lighter, but not quite as light as 130. Sort of in between, medium light yellow. You can see the 3 different shades of yellow there. And another one, the last yellow here in this batch. To be 133. This is a very light, this is like a neon kind of yellow going on here. I don't know if you can, might be difficult to see on camera. I think it's, I'm having trouble getting it out or not. Oh, I think I'm having a little trouble getting it out. Let me see. Use an old, okay, here we go. I'll just run it with some water on it on a, you said water on an old paper towel here. Now it's coming out just fine. Okay, it's my first time using them, so getting them started. Oh yeah, this is very pretty, very light. Not quite neon, but it's getting very pale yellow. It's not like shiny like a neon or anything. No, it's a very, so you can see the different yellows there. Very pretty. Okay, now I've got a bluish, looks like a blue-green color here. Oops. This would be 134. Oh, not very dark. So you can tell that from the cap that it's going to be a bluish greenish color, but I noticed with gel pens, you'll get the right color family by looking at the cap, but you can't tell how light or dark it is going to come out. I thought this was going to be lighter, but it's quite, okay, quite dark. Nice deep blue grayish color here. Very pretty. Okay. Didn't hear a snap here. Make sure I hear the snap of the cap. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you can hear that. That was a loud snap. All right. You know when you shut it, the cap on, you get a loud snap. All right, so that was, whoops, 134. I just numbered it wrong. This is 135. I've got so many gel pens now. This is it. This is really it. As long as they all work and they're all good. Oh, this is a pretty sort of a yellow green, like a fern green or grass green. It's a mid-tone. So this is a very dark green. I guess this is a dark greenish color more now that I'm seeing it next to the green. This combination would be very good for any kind of tree or shrubs, flower petals. Yeah, those two would work well together. So these are all greens. Okay, so this is definitely dark green, dark bluish green. It's more of a yellowy green, mid-tone. That looks like a middle kind of green. Now I've got a lighter green here, 136. Yeah, this is like an emerald green or a shamrock green. Very nice. So I definitely have 3 shades there you could use together if you wanted to. So next I have it like it looks like it may be an olive green from the cap. We'll see how it looks when I put it down here. So 137. Yeah, this is more of a earthy kind of green. Like moss or ferns. Okay. Definitely more olive looking than the one before it. Next one, another green. This looks like a light green. Very light pale. Let me get that. I'm using a little water on the paper towel to get them started here. It's very sparkly. This is a very light color. It seems like maybe it's, I thought it was having difficulty coming out, but I think it's just a very light pale color of green, because you can tell by the cap is very light. So, okay. So this is how it's supposed to come out. Because you know when a color has difficulty coming out, sometimes you get a lighter pale version of the color. So I thought this was pale because it was not coming out, but actually that's the color, is a pale green. So that's very pretty. It's like a sage green, I guess, very pale. Okay. That's the color. Okay. It's not having trouble. Works very smoothly. Okay. And now I have another light green. This looks like a yellower green. Like a lime green, maybe. Well, it's a little darker than that one, for sure. But lighter than the earlier greens. The yellow-green color here. Oh, enough 40. So I'm going to have 300 in total. So now I'm part of the gel pen club. I think I have a huge collection now, just like that. Happened overnight. This huge set was such a good deal, though, I think. So I really love painting with them with the glycerol. Comes out really well. really brings out my color pencil coloring and artwork. It really makes it pop. Didn't realize how versatile gel pens could be. They are a wonderful tool to use in your art supply box. So that is looks like a grayish green there. Okay, now I'm getting into browns. We're getting a sort of a sienna brown kind of color here. Oops. Kind of a taupe color. Taupe. Yeah. It's almost like a pinky kind of brown in a way. Could definitely use this with the pinks. I can't tell if it's a mauvish kind of color or brown. It's sort of on the edge there between mauve and brown. 41. Okay, this looks to be another brown. Let's see. Judging by the cover here, I'll see. Yeah, this is definitely brown. A brownish, orangey kind of brown, I think. Much more a sienna reddish kind of brown than the other one. So far, so good with these pens. I've done 22, 21, and I have not had a dud yet. They're all working very well. Okay, 143. This is another pink, a bluish, kind of grayish pink here, darker. Sort of a mid-tone, a little darker than the earlier pinks, but lighter than the dark pink I already did. Sort of again like a bubblegum, dark bubblegum look. But very pretty. Could be like a pink velvet look almost. I don't know how many of these I'm going to get done in this one video because I have to stop soon. But they're all working really well. There's another pink, more of a dark pink here. Dark fuchsia. Or a dark rose, maybe you could call it. Okay. $145. can't wait to see this sheet all filled up. It's going to be very colorful. And this looks to be another brown. Is that light? Yeah, this is a very light brownish color with sparkles. It's very pale color. Like a bone color almost. It's more brownish. Brownish grayish kind of look. Maybe even like a gray pink, a very light. I think you'd see that with metal, maybe with a jewelry, or very light. It's very pretty, very unusual. Very light grayish, but with a touch of pink in it. So it's not brown, definitely not brown, but more of a light gray pink. All right, this one looks to be blue, bluish color, going by the cap. Got a light blue cover. So let's see what comes out. So this is very bright sky blue here. Very nice. Vibrant. Bright blue here. Very true blue. Very nice. So you can see how sparkly they are. Gorgeous pens. Now, normally you get a large set like this, you think, yeah, they're going to be cheap, you know. But these are very good. They're working very well. And the caps, they look very well made. The caps go on very tightly. You can hear the snap. Okay, so this one looks to be like a grayish blue or a gray. The cover, the lid is like gray, the cap, but this is like a dark, looks like a grayish blue, which is very pretty. Darker, grayer version of the other blue I just put down. But like metal. This definitely looks like metal, chrome maybe, or a what's that bluish gray color? Can't think of the color name off the top of my head now. It's definitely gray, a blue, dark bluish gray, very pretty. Will come in handy. All right, next color. Looks like a light purple cap. See, these caps, they're different. Oh yeah, that was 147. Uh-oh, did I misnumber it? 146. What I just did. Okay, all right, so 145. I'm gonna have to reorganize. I think I misnumbered something. 146. This one's, oh, is this the one I just did? Let me see. Oh, that is it. Is that it? Well, I guess that is it. Oh, that's it. Okay. 147. All right, we're okay. Never mind. It happens to me doing too many pens. I got confused. I got to put them all away. Oh, 148. Here we go. I've got a big pile of pens here now to put away. I'm going to have more. Okay, here we go. It's having trouble coming out. 1 second. Need some help getting it started. Okay. All right. I'm telling you, I have not been let down. It's a very light sky blue now. So I sort of go with the other. It's very pretty. Like a baby blue. Okay, now it's coming out very easily. Phew. Get a little bit of a panic when you have trouble first starting to get the pen to work. You know how it is with gel pens. When they work, they're great, and if they don't work, they'll drive you crazy. Let's see here. 149. I'm going to number this one. This looks like a purplish, grayish, like a purple gray color. This one looks like. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's very dark purple color. Mauve, dark mauve color here. Plum, let's say. Color, very nice. And next, so I'm up to 160, so I'm 20. I started at 121. Wow, gotten through a lot. It's now a very dark purple, but a little bit brighter. This one was more of a gray brown kind of purplish color. This one's much more violet. More of a grape color. Oh. Okay. Telling you so far, so this is what, 40 pens in, and I have not had one dud. Knock on wood. They've all worked very well. That might be a little slow to start, but then once you get going, they're fine. Work very well. The ink the gel ink is flowing right out very easily. Very good pens. 151. So I'd highly recommend from what I've seen so far. I'll have to leave them another nice review, add to their 14,000 nice reviews. This is a good deal. And a much better deal than so many others. And I forget what her name was. There's so many different art channels, but the lady that reviewed all these different gel pens, it wasn't Bliss. It wasn't, I don't remember her name, but she compared all these gel pens, different brands. She had every brand, which I will not do. I'm not going to get every brand. This is it for me. This is really it. I have enough now, but she had like all these different brands because she was, and she determines that it didn't matter what brand you got with gel pens, whether it's a cheap brand or an expensive brand, they all basically work the same. You couldn't tell the difference. So I'm thankful that she made that because I felt much better buying a cheap set like this, knowing that because normally with anything, including supplies, you think, well, if it's cheap, you're getting not as good a quality usually than the more expensive ones. But with gel pens, it seems that the cheaper ones, the more expensive ones, they all work the same. They all give the same kind of results, generally speaking. You really can't tell the difference. So you're better off just getting a cheap set. like this one. And that comes with refills. So you know how much, it's not like you're getting less gel ink. You can see it in the pen. You're getting a full, whether it's cheap. Now this is like a dark greenish gray. It's very pretty. 152. Just gotta do a few more and then I'm gonna stop and I'll continue this later because I've got to put all these pens away. This is a multi-part project. If I can't sit and do all these in one sitting, that's a little too long for me. So this one looks to be greenish. Yep, it's a green color. Sparkly green. Oh. Let me see here. Having a little trouble getting out. So I just do a spray of water on a paper towel and then just run the pen on it, and it usually gets it going. Uh-oh. Is it gonna work? Oh no, have I gotten a dud? Well, it started working, so I don't know why it would start and stop like that. Uh-oh. Having trouble getting this one out. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Just like that, it just starts working again. These pens, gel pens are so moody, let me tell you. They go from completely dry up, nothing will come out, and then boom, it just gushes out. And I didn't do anything. I just I just scribbled it back and forth a little. I put a little water, like I said, I put a little water, spray a little water on a paper towel and just scribble back and forth, and that usually is enough to get it working. Okay, whew. Okay, so that's like a dark turquoise blue, greenish blue. Very nice. Aquamarine blue there. Now I've got another green. This looks like a light mint green. There we go. I should make sure to hold the pen up and down too. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is a kind of a medium light green. It's like I'd say it's like a mint green, a little darker mint green. It's not so yellow green as the earlier greens. The earlier greens are more yellow, and this is more minty. Looking, but not light. I'm a darker, but very pretty. A little light bluish green, I'd say. But we have more greens to go. A few more I'm gonna do. This is only my second row. Okay, so this is a bit darker green here. A bit darker than the other one I just put down. So I have a light and a dark version, or a medium version. Like a grass green, I guess. Definitely more of a bluish green than the earlier greens. So I'm getting the blue greens now. It doesn't look like kind of looks like the cover. The cover is green, but you can't tell what kind of green you're getting just from the cover on the pen. You definitely have to have a swatch to be able to tell what kind of green you're getting. So I've got another green here. 156, okay. This is a little lighter. A couple more yellowy too. Okay. Okay, this is another green. Looks like another light green. It's even lighter than that one, so this is very light. And definitely more yellow. So lighter and yellower. Of a spring green. Light spring green. So you can sort of see side by side yellowy, more blue tones. All right, I'm gonna do 2 more pens in this row, and then I've got to take a break and come back later. This will be 158. Okay. So right here, so this looks like a yellow. Okay, so this is a neon orange color, but with sparkles, a sparkle neon orange, I think. Okay, that's very nice, very bright. And let's cover on. Okay, 1 more pen in this row. This is going to be 159. This looks like a yellowy, another yellowy color. Very light. I think it's going to be, yeah, very light yellow, sparkle yellow. I think I'm having a struggle getting it started here. Okay. All right, that's better. They're working these pens are working very, very well. Fresh out, straight out of the box. I mean, you're going to have to help some get started, but once they get started, they're very good. All right, so this is what I have so far. And you can see I've only just done the first 2 rows. Got all these to go. Oh my goodness, all these pens. So I'm going to come back and continue this later if anyone's interested. Yeah, I know, right? There is a lot. Yeah, I gotta take my time. You're right. But I want to get them organized before I start using them. So I'm motivated to get it done, but I can't do it in one sitting. That's for sure. I gotta take a break now. But I'm gonna stop there. So I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I will continue this later. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.